Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have our second VGC ranked match here, and we're going to be going up against Top G, it looks like. It was another opponent we got paired with on the Battle Stadium ranked system. So yeah, as you can see, he's got a pretty strong looking team there, very powerful looking actually. Looking at my team, it is the same squad that I brought to the last game here. So we got the Lycanroc midday form and the Sandaconda, two Pokemon that I just recently brought on to Scarlet and Violet here, and then some other Pokemon that I've been using for a little bit here. So, not much time to decide what we want to lead with here. I think we're going to go with the Goodra and the Sandaconda first, and then we're going to back that up with the Lycanroc and the Iron Jugulus. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, and we'll see how that works out. Trying to change things up a little bit here. And we'll see how that works out for us. So again, this is VGC, and it is 4 versus 4 doubles. So yeah, there he is, and he's going to go ahead and lead with the Dragonite and the Clodsire, as we led with the Sandaconda and the Goodra. So not the worst matchup in the world for us, but not the best either. So how do we want to play this here is the question. I think, as much as I might not want to do it, I think we might have to terrestrialize the Goodra right out of the gate, because I don't want to take a big shot right away. So I think we're going to go ahead and terrestrialize the Goodra right away into a fire type, so we lose our dragon weakness. Going to try to take the Dragonite out with a Draco Meteor, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll go for a Glare on the Clodsire just to paralyze that thing. So Clodsire going to be holding a Quick Claw, which is really unfortunate. That thing's going to pop to let that thing move first, so that's really bad. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and terrestrialize the Goodra here right off the cuff into a fire type, losing our dragon weakness right away, which is of course hopefully going to benefit us here. And Clodsire are going to go for the Yawn on the Sandaconda, which is interesting. So we're going to be going to sleep next turn if we don't do something. Dragonite going to go for the Draco Meteor on the Goodra, which is not going to do a ton of damage to us, so it's a special Dragonite. That's interesting. We're going to hit him up with the Draco Meteor of our own in return, knocking it down below half, which is great, and then we take the harsh special attack drop. We're going to activate the Dragonite's weakness policy to increase its attack and special attack, which is definitely bad news. And we're going to go for the Glare to paralyze the Clodsire, which is something. So, yeah, that was an interesting first turn, actually. We are going to get some HP back with the leftovers on the Goodra, too, which is nice. So, we're in an interesting situation right now because both the Dragonite and our Goodra are at -2 special attack. So, I think we have to switch the Goodra out here. I think we have to switch the Goodra out because we're at -2 attack, but at the same time, if we don't switch the Sandaconda out, that's going to go to sleep. So this is actually kind of a tough situation for us to be in, but I think we have to switch the Goodra, so we're going to switch to the Iron Jugulus, actually, and I think we might actually have to let the Sandaconda go to sleep here. So we're going to go for a Glare on the Dragonite and see where that gets us. So again, the Quick Claw on the Clodsire is going to activate, so that is really unfortunate. That's 2 Quick Claw activations in a row, so that's really unlucky for us, really lucky for our opponent. We're going to switch the Iron Jugulus in place of the Goodra here to reset our special attack drop. Going to go for a Yawn on the same spot as the Sandaconda, but it's going to fail. Dragonite going to Dragon Claw us all the way down to 17 HP in the red, which is really unfortunate. But we do survive as we get the Glare on the Dragonite, so that's something, and then the Sandaconda is going to go to sleep, so that's bad. So this has not worked out very great for us, honestly. So I think what we have to do in this situation, we're just going to try to... it seems like the Clodsire is just going to keep on yawning, so we're going to try to take the Dragonite out with a Dark Pulse here, and we're just going to try to try to wake up with the Sandaconda, although I think there's one turn of sleep guaranteed here, so we'll see where that gets us. He's going to go ahead and pop his Terra too as well here. So he's going to be terastallizing his Dragonite, actually, so he's going all in on that thing, transforming into a pure fighting type, which is an interesting move, so predicting the Dark Pulse, perhaps. So that is pretty unlucky turn of events for us. We do outspeed on the Dark Pulse, and because of the Terra, it's not enough to take that Dragonite out. Sandaconda, unfortunately, going to be asleep this turn, which really sucks. Dragonite gets fully paralyzed, which is incredible, though. That's great, as the Clodsire is going to go for a yawn again. So this Clodsire is just going to keep on yawning, which is really annoying. So now we're in a bad situation here because we are asleep with the Sandaconda. We're choice locked into Dark Pulse, which obviously the Dragonite resists, but the Dragonite no longer resists Earthquake. So I think what we have to do in this situation, because we can't really afford to switch anything else in here, is we're just going to have to Dark Pulse, because another Dark Pulse is not going to be enough to take the Dragonite out. So we're going to Dark Pulse on the Clodsire, and we're going to go for an Earthquake again with the Sandaconda. Hope we can wake up here and see what happens. So Clodsire is actually going to go for Protect, so that's annoying. Going to Protect there as the Jugulus. Obviously, we go first with the Dark Pulse, but not going to do anything. So that's bad news. Sandaconda wakes up, which is actually incredible news. We're going to go for the Earthquake. It's not going to hit the Clodsire because of the Protect. It's not going to hit the Jugulus because it's a flying type, but it is going to hit the Dragonite, and that is going to be enough to get rid of that Dragonite and knock him down to 3. So that is actually really good for us. So the Dragonite going down is really good for us. Unfortunately, the Jugulus is going to go to sleep here, which sucks, but there's not much we can do about that. So we'll see what he wants to bring in response here. It is going to be the Meowscarada, so that is going to be bad news for us. So I think the best thing we can do here, there's one of two things is going to happen here, and that's he's either going to go for the finish off the Iron Jugulus or a grass move on the Sandaconda. Either way, I think we kind of just have to stay in at this point. So we're going to try to Dark Pulse the Clodsire again, even though we are asleep, and then I don't think we can really switch out here with the Sandaconda, so I think we just have to click Earthquake. Or we could click Glare, actually. You know what? Let's Glare the Meowscarada. If we survive, let's just do that and see what he wants to do. So unfortunately, we do have that turn asleep on the Jugulus, so there's nothing we can do. That thing's going to remain asleep. Meowscarada going to go for a Flower Trick on the Sandaconda. Can we take one? Yes, we can take one, which is incredible news. It gets the guaranteed crit, of course. Sandspit going to go ahead and set the Sandstorm, which is important. We're going to get the Glare on the Meowscarada to go ahead and paralyze that thing, which is definitely what we need. And then Clodsire are going to go for a Gunk Shot and actually miss the Iron Jugulus, which is good news. So Jugulus going to take the sand damage, going to hang on with 7 HP in the red, actually. Meowscarada going to take some sand damage too. So I think we kind of know what he's going to do here. It looks like he's probably just going to go ahead and continue to go for the Flower Trick here. So I think we're going to actually switch back into the Goodra where the Sandaconda is to try and get a free switch in to try and preserve the Sandaconda, perhaps. So yeah, I think we're going to try that. So bringing Goodra back in on this side of the board this time, as unfortunately we are still asleep with the Jugulus, and the sand is going to take us out next turn. As Meowscarada going to go for the Flower Trick, going to trip the Goodra Sap Sipper to increase our physical attack. Not really going to matter, as the Clodsire goes for the Gunk Shot, which does take the Jugulus out, which doesn't really matter because the Sandstorm would have taken the Jugulus out anyway. So everybody is going to go ahead and take some sand damage now on the battlefield, and then the Goodra is going to regain some HP with the leftovers. So I think now is our chance to go ahead and come in with our Lycanroc, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So we are Lycanroc midday with the Sand Rush ability, which is going to double our speed in the Sandstorm. So I think the best thing we can do here, we have to try and take out that Meowscarada. So we're going to close combat on the Meowscarada, and we're going to... How do we want to play this? We don't really have a move for the Clodsire. We don't really have a move for the Clodsire. Let's just double up. Well, let's go for the Fire Blast on the Clodsire. We'll give that a shot. As Lycanroc comes in with the close combat, outspeeding everything. Gonna one-shot the Meowscarada, which is incredible. And, yeah, that takes out the Meowscarada and drops him down to 2. That does cut our defenses, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We do take some recoil from the Life Orb as well. Goodra going to go for the Fire Blast. Now, it is Terra boosted, max special attack. How much is it going to do to the Clodsire? Going to take it down by half, which is great damage. Clodsire going to go for the Earthquake in return. It is super effective on both of us, and it's actually enough to take the Lycanroc out after the defense drop, which is really unfortunate. And do a lot of damage to the Goodra too, so that's bad news. That's going to knock us down to 2, as the Goodra is then going to regain some HP with the leftovers after taking the sand damage. So we're not in the best of spots right now, unfortunately. As we come back in with the Sandaconda here, it's really going to depend on what their last Pokemon is here. It's going to be the Skeledirge, so that's an interesting one. So I think we're not in the best of situations right now. I think the best thing we can do... how do we want to play this? I think we gotta go for the Stone Edge on the Skeledirge. Hope we can take that out, and then... I feel like the Clodsire probably... It could protect. The Clodsire could protect here. This is a tough one. I feel like we double up on the Skeledirge, predicting the Clodsire to protect. So the Clodsire is actually going to pop its Quick Claw again, so that's unfortunate. And it's going to go for a Gunk Shot, so no protect. It's going to take the Goodra out and knock us down to 1, so that's awful. Goodra goes down there, that drops us to 1. So we're definitely in a bad way here. Skeledirge is going to outspeed us, unfortunately, with the Shadow Ball, and from that range, the Sandaconda cannot take it, so that's going to take the Sandaconda out. And that is going to be game. So, we are going to lose that one 2-0 to Top G. That was a pretty intense match, actually, very competitive. Unfortunately, I think those Quick Claw activations were just a killer. The Clodsire, yeah, there's definitely some luck in this one. The Clodsire getting 3 Quick Claw activations and not getting full power at once. Is definitely pretty rough as far as the luck goes for us. So we're going to go ahead and back out here, and then we'll go back in and see if our ranking probably didn't really change too much, just because we were only 1-0 before, so now we're 1-1 in doubles ranked here. So, but yeah, still an intense match nonetheless. So. That's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.